1 year on, in a makeshift studio in central Israel, a photographer is creating a series of documentaries, survivors of the Hamas terror attack. There's no visible indication that he's also a survivor. Let's hear his story.
Stop, don't stop.
On October 7, 2023, gunmen from the terrorist group Hamas arrived at the Nova Festival site. Kליין is a Canadian-Israeli photographer who attended the Nova Music Festival with his cousin and friends.
Can you cross your arms?
He's now creating a photo series of fellow survivors.
The way we're spoken about internationally, abroad, in social media and news, it's a little dehumanizing, as if we're just products or things, and there's no identity to each of these 3,500 people who are still alive outside of being a survivor. I'm Shai, who's been a photographer for 10 years, and that's my identity as a photographer, not just as a Nova survivor. And so when people introduce me, I ask to be introduced as a photographer who survived the Nova, because that's not just who I am. What I'm trying to achieve with this series is I'm trying to put something together that will last this community more than just a day or a month. I want to put something together to help anybody who needs it out in a long-term fashion.
Shai turned to his camera to capture what was happening around him when the Nova Festival was halted due to rocket fire just at sunrise.
It was like watching a movie. You know, all I remember is what I was looking at through my camera lens. My camera was up to my face most of the time on the 7th, but everything I was looking at and seeing, the fire, the bodies, I would have to look at it, and every time I looked at it, I would ask myself, am I actually seeing what I'm seeing?
His camera captured partygoers still smiling despite the imminent danger with rocket fire overhead. His photos and videos then captured vehicles trying to get away from the site. He escaped through body-littered roads and an Israeli soldier.
I took photos of people smiling and having fun and laughing, and many of the photos I took are during the daytime under rocket fire, and under rocket fire, you still see people smiling and laughing and dancing. These are photos I took. These specific photos were taken around 5 in the morning on the 7th of October. And all of these people you're seeing here, they're all alive. I know all of their names. Everybody I photographed, unfortunately, except 2 survived. The only time I wasn't looking through my camera is when I was driving me and my friends out of the festival, and when we were running in the fields. That's the only time I wasn't taking photos. I really appreciate all of your willingness to participate. And
he is now reaching out to all those who survived the attack and are willing, offering them to take part in his photo series.
Coming here and giving me your